Hello children, welcome in today's session where we will discuss your chapter 2 from Snapshot, the address. This chapter is written by Marga Minko and the story revolves around the theme of crisis that we as an individual encounter in our daily life. Before we go deep into the summary, let me introduce you some highlights of this chapter through this front matter. The story is about the human predicament that follows the pre-war and post-war period. In this chapter, we will talk about three ladies, Mrs. S, her daughter, the narrator, and Mrs. S, acquaintance, Mrs. Darling. The story will speak about those painful days of Holland when it was fighting for independence. The narrator had joined the forces. It was a long drawn and deadly war, and success seemed impossible. The people even doubted if any of the soldiers would return alive or not. The narrator had only her mother at home, who was always worried about the safety of her belongings. At this point of time, Mrs. Darling won the confidence of her mother and offered to take away her precious things to her own home for safe keeping. The narrator decided to go back to Mrs. Darling to collect all the possessions of her mother. And we will come to know while the explanation whether she would be able to collect those things or not. So let us move ahead and find the answers. The story starts with the scene where we find that the narrator has travelled by train to Marconi Street. She was standing at the door of the house number 46 and rang the doorbell. A woman opened the door partly. Through the narrow opening, the lady studied the visitor. She was Mrs. Darling herself, and she hadn't expected the girl to come back home alive. So, she refused to recognize the visitor. The narrator for a while wondered if she had come to the wrong place. But her doubt was removed when she saw Mrs. Darling wearing her mother's green knitted cardigan. She recalled those days of her life when she was home for a few days during the first half of the war. She noticed the change in her room and she missed several things. She surprised the mother by her keen observation. It was then that her mother told her about Mrs. Darling, who had kindly taken away all the table's silver, vases, antique plates, crockery, etc. Mrs. Darling promised to keep all those nice things safely. Mrs. S, however, didn't get an assurance that those things were returnable. Next morning, Mrs. Darling turned up again. This broad-backed woman was taking away the heavy suitcase stuffed with things. The mother introduced the narrator to Mrs. Darling for the first time. It was the time when the girl had met her. Mrs. Darling lived in Marconi Street, house number 46. The mother told the daughter to remember the address, and she did remember it for a long time. And after the War of Liberation had come to an end, she decided to collect her mother's possessions from Mrs. Darling. And this is the reason she visited Marconi Street, number 46, but refused entry into the house by Mrs. Darling. Now, on her way to the railway station, she thought again to visit the house. So, she had come to the right address. Mrs. Darling couldn't help asking how she alone had survived the war. She refused to let the visitor into the house and closed the door also. The narrator looked at the nameplate again, and it was confirmed that she was standing at the address which said Darling, number 46. She decided to walk back to the station and travel back the memories of her past. The narrator didn't accept her defeat and decided to try a second time. Luckily this time, Mrs. Darling's 15-year-old daughter opened the door. Mrs. Darling wasn't at home. The narrator decided to wait. She followed the girl along the passage and saw her heavy candle holders hung next to a mirror. She was taken to the living room. She found herself in the midst of things which she wanted to see, but she was pained to see them arranged in a tasteless way. The furniture was ugly and the air was damp smelling. She sat down at a table and noticed that the tablecloth was hers. It had a burn mark to the edge left unrepaired by her mother. The girl said that her mother would be back soon and she had already made tea for her. The girl offered a cup to the visitor as well. She opened a box and took some spoons out. All those things were a part of the narrator's mother's belongings. She realized that one got so very used to things that one didn't notice them intently. Mrs. Darling's daughter also never noticed that the cutlery she used every day was silver. She opened a drawer to bring out more spoons and forks, but the narrator didn't wait to see them. She didn't want to meet Mrs. Darling even, so she jumped up to go to catch a train. While moving towards the station at the corner of the road, she looked up at the nameplate once again. The address was correct, Marconi Street, number 46. But she didn't want to remember it any more. She had no intention to visit that house again in her life. She had lost all her interest in the things that had been taken away from her house and put in strange surroundings. Moreover, she had no need of them in her small rented room. Only a handful of cutlery fitted in the narrow table drawer. So she made up her mind to forget the address forever and ever. And it was quite easy to do now. So this is all about the explanation from your NCERT chapter. And now I think we must also talk about the theme and message, that what we have learnt from the story. When we start the story, we learn the destruction caused by the war. We come to know that war always brings pain and loss of lives, which not only impact humans involved in the war, but also it affects the lives of the civilians and disturbs their normal life, leading it towards conflicts and tension in various ways. The story speaks about the narrator and her mother's life, how they are disrupted due to war. And by the end of the chapter, we come to know that it is all about the redemption of the past and moving on. It is about having the courage of leaving your things behind you and realizing that it doesn't matter if your memories have a proof or not, because they will linger in your memory and heart forever and forever. And this is the reason only the narrator thought to forget the address that was Marconi Street number 46, because she doesn't want to have the pain which she had suffered during the war by reminding her of her mother and her painful past. That's all from this chapter in today's session. Thank you.